I'm going to reduce your expenses by 48%. But more importantly, this reduction in expenses of a large portion of your spend in the clinic is actually going to contribute to an increase in your revenue, in your collections. And let me show you what I mean. Um, to start with, let's assume that your collections are about $50,000 a month. Now, with a practice that has, or a solo provider that has about $50,000 in collections a month, would need among your staff some of the people like a scheduling person, a person that picks up the phone, schedules patients' appointments, does pre-certs, authorizations, eligibility check, and so on, which is one of the most important elements of billing. And a lot of claims get rejected, and billing falls apart because of this first step, which is extremely important. So the next thing that as you know, is very important is billing. Uh, if you are getting your billing outsourced to a third party at $50,000 in insurance collections, and let's say 5% is what a billing company may charge, that would come out to $2,500 a month, right? So if I were to put a dollar sum here, it would, for a scheduling person, it would usually be in the range of 4,000. Why? Because you may pay 3,000 in salaries, and then you have benefits and taxes and payroll and all of that. The billing person, if you have a person in-house, that would usually be more to the tune of at least $4,000. But for the sake of calculation here, I'm just going to say $2,500 a month. And then, of course, you have an EHR or an EMR system. So now we're talking about a total of, let's say, $7,000, right? This is what you would normally spend. With an EMR, obviously, one of the biggest challenges that everybody faces is loss of productivity. Maybe you're seeing one less patient a day. Maybe you're spending a couple of hours at least finishing your charts online and clicking and typing and so on. It takes up a lot of time and effort, and I don't want to go into that discussion, but the other alternative is to have a scribe or a transcription person who would transcribe everything into the EHR system for you. That again would cost money. But for the sake of productivity gains and to save your sanity and time, let's suppose that you decided to hire somebody, and that somebody would usually cost you at least $2,500. Now we're up to $9,500. Now, as I said, my goal is to save you 48%. How do I do that? How do we do that? It's very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to offer you all of this, all the things that we're seeing here at a cost of only $5,000. That's only $5,000. And you're going to get the benefit of somebody doing remote scheduling. They would pick up the phone, schedule patients, do the eligibility check, pre-certs, pre-authorizations, do your billing for you as a dedicated person, no percentages. So if your revenue goes up to 100,000, your fixed cost per biller is going to stay the same. Obviously, if you have a practice with 10 providers, that's a different story. We can work out the details. And that would also include a transcriptionist. So you would simply dictate your notes into a recorder, and this person would transcribe them and get your notes ready for you in your EMR. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. So, but remember, I'm going to take only a few clients to begin with because I'm perfecting this. I've started this journey, and I want to serve the best possible way. So I'm not going to flood with hundreds of providers with this service. I want to keep a few providers that I want to keep happy. And if you're interested, please let me know and we'll talk.